Hey golfers, it's Doona. Thanks for tuning in. Today we're going to have some fun, lots of moving, lots of flowing, a 15-minute yoga class just for flexibility, targeting head to toe. All right, so we're going to get started in child's pose, bringing your big toes a touch, knees apart. Sit on your heels first, hinging from your hips, walk your hands forward and relax your forehead. So if you haven't already, grab your 2 blocks and a strap. I always like to have those in every practice, just in case. All right, so just taking this moment to gently opening the hips, opening through the inner thighs. Really, really great for the lower back here, finding that length and release. Some of you may even feel in the shoulders, opening up the chest. And then notice the quality of your breath. See if you could slow it down. For the next 15 minutes, the breath should be graceful, it should be steady. Make sure it's not shallow. And then on your next inhale, reach your arms over to the right, walk your chest to the right, taking that nice side body stretch. Find more length into your left arm, reaching your left arm further out. Keep pressing your hips over to the left. Switch sides. Walk your chest over to the left. Again, keeping your hips grounded, especially through that right one. Relax your head. See if you can reach your right arm further out. Inhale, come back to center. Then as you exhale, rise all the way up to your tabletop position. So anytime you're warming up for golf, the best way to do that is by constantly moving, kind of like what we're doing today. Okay, so creating dynamic movements. So going into both our flexion and extension through the spine, take your cat and cow poses. Just make sure you're not dumping into the lower back. So when you take your cow pose, arching your back, focus more on thoracic, your upper back, a little bit into the mid back. Do one more set. Getting the nice release through your lat muscles, which is going to help you find more rotation during your backswing. Good. Then coming back to center, step your feet back into high plank. Then we're going to go straight into downward facing dog. So if this is your first down dog of class or ever, the great foundation to set it up from is your high plank. So your shoulders should be over wrist. And then from your high plank, don't move your hands and feet, just press your hips up to down dog. So this is a great pose, one of the most popular poses in a yoga class. If you ever take yoga, you'll get into about 20 of these. So this pose is really good to stretch out the calves, your Achilles, hamstrings, releasing any tension through your lower back, finding length. And just opening up through your shoulders, your big lat muscles. Also strengthening your legs as well as your arms and shoulders here. Take a deep breath in. And a breath out. Good. Gaze forward, then step your right foot between your hands for your first lunge position. Okay, so make sure your right knee is over your right ankle. Option to grab your 2 blocks underneath your hands. Keep your left leg straight and just start to rock it out. Kind of like to hold here and shake it out a little bit. Feel how my hips feels, my inner thighs, my hip flexors. Good. And then come back to stillness. Right knee over right ankle. Drop your left knee. Then straighten out your right leg. Hamstring stretch. Walk your hands back so they're underneath your shoulders. Notice if one hip is open So I kind of like to gaze back at my hips, and you'll kind of notice if one is lifted or open. So I want you to, most likely you're going to have to draw the right hip back and kind of shift your hips to the right. So center yourself. Then once you square your hips, gaze forward and down. Lengthen your spine. Again, always have blocks underneath your hands if you need. This is a deep hamstring stretch. Always option to bend your right knee here as well. Okay, so moving breath to movement. As you inhale, you're going to reach your chest forward, then bend your right knee and drop your hips down. So feeling the deep stretch into your left hip flexor, into your inner thighs. As you exhale, lean your hips back, walk your hands back as you straighten out your right leg for your hamstring stretch. Keep pointing your right toe straight up. Inhale, rebend, come into that lunge position. Reach your chest forward, drop your hips down. Exhale, straighten. When you straighten your right leg, feel free to fold over your right leg to get deeper into the hamstrings. Last one. Inhale. Lengthen. Draw your chest forward, shoulders down away from your ears. Exhale, straighten. Good. From here, keep your left hand underneath your left shoulder, on or off your block. Re-square your hips by drawing your right hip back. And as you inhale, stretch your right arm high. Open your chest, reach your right arm up and over. Maybe gaze up. This does require a little bit of balancing. So keep your hips stable by hugging your inner thighs in. As you exhale, tap the outside of your right leg or maybe on top of a block if you had one there. Inhale, open, just like a backswing. Exhale, tap. Good. Again, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Last one. Good. Keep your hips stable. Hug your outer hips in. Good. Awesome. Replant your right hand. Rebend your right knee. And let's come back to lunge position. Lift your left leg up. This time, keep your left leg completely straight. Left hand stays underneath your left shoulder. Inhale, reach your right arm high. So another twist. I want you to focus on an over-exaggerated backswing. So I want you to lean your right arm and your right shoulder back. So really opening up through the chest. Find that nice extension through your arm. Exhale, release your right hand. Good. Step your left foot back and lift your hips for your downward facing dog. Feet and hands should be about shoulder and hip width apart. Option to bend your knees. Find length through your spine. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step your left foot forward between your hands. First lunge on the left side. So again, just feel it out a little bit. You can rock forward and back or make some circles. Good. Drop your right knee. Straighten your left leg. Hands underneath your shoulders. Keep your left toes pointing up. Chest stays lifted. Hug your outer glutes in. Moving breath to movement. Inhale, bend your left knee. Walk your hands forward, reach your chest. Try to dump into your hips so that your right thigh is leaning towards the floor. Exhale, half splits. Straighten your left leg. Breathe into your hamstrings. Inhale, bend your knee. Reach your chest forward. Exhale. Good. Last one. Awesome. All right. From here, keep your right hand underneath your shoulder. As you inhale, stretch your left arm high. Open your chest over to the left. If you're still wobbling, that's okay, but reactivate your outer hips in. Exhale, tap, just like your impact. 4 more on your own. Inhale. So not only are we getting that nice rotation, stretching into our lats, shoulders, and chest, but also building stability through our lower half. Obviously getting that nice stretch into your hamstrings. Most of you should feel this in the left outer glute IT band as well. Last one, or at least for me. Okay, once you're done, you're gonna plant your left hand. Come back to your lunge position with your right knee lifted. Keep your right leg completely straight so you feel a stretch in your right hip flexor. And as you inhale, stretch your left arm high. Good. Lean your left shoulder back, open your chest. Good. Drop your left hand. Step back into your high plank. Then downward facing dog. Awesome. All right, friends, go ahead and have a seat. We did a lot in our hamstrings, our calves, and our hips. Let's work a little bit into our shoulders. So you're coming into a seated position. You're gonna reach your arms over your head. Then as you exhale, you're gonna interlace your fingers, flip your palms to face up, and reach your chest up, reach your side body up. Then as you exhale, twist over to the right. Keep your arms extended, finding that nice stretch into your shoulders and your upper back. And then as you exhale, you're gonna plant your right hand behind you and then left hand on top of right thigh. Go ahead and take a deeper twist. Then keeping your right hand behind you, you're gonna gaze forward. Just release the left arm. Bend your right elbow behind you, and then left hand over your head, so behind the neck. So taking cow face, getting into the shoulders, more into the triceps. Sitting up nice and tall, chin away from your chest. Good. As you release your arms, reach your arms back over your head. Interlace the opposite grip. Flip your palms to face up. Stretch out your fingertips. Inhale. Reach up. And as you exhale, open your arms, twist to the left. Good. So you're not using your hands for leverage. Use the strength of your navel to twist. Now place your left hand behind your lower back, right hand on top of left thigh. Twist a little bit deeper. Now use the strength of your hand to help you twist. Good. Come back to center, but keep your left hand behind you. So you're internally rotating your left arm. Bring your left hand up towards your neck area. Right arm reaches up and behind your neck. Maybe interlacing your fingers, maybe grabbing your shirt. If you have a strap, you could do that as well, but we're not here for too long, so. Good. All right, go ahead and release. And roll it out. Awesome. So getting more into our outer glutes and our hip, you're gonna keep this seated position. If you're already on a block, great. You're gonna stay there. Otherwise, you could always place a block. Now walk your hands forward. Hinging from your hips, you're just gonna fold over your legs as best as you can. And then the deeper you go, obviously, you're gonna feel it more in your outer hips. You should also feel this through your lower back, your side waist. Once you can't go any deeper, feel free to relax your head all the way down. Getting that opening through your shoulders here as well. Awesome. Slowly rise all the way up. Plant your feet hip width. Plant your fingertips behind you so your fingertips are pointing towards your hips. Hands shoulder width apart. First, you're going to open your chest, roll your shoulder heads back, straighten your arms. And as you exhale, you're going to lift your hips up to reverse tabletop. So now the goal is to bring your thighs, your belly, and your chest parallel to the floor. Stretching through your shoulders, your chest, and also strengthening through your core, glutes, and quads. Slowly lower. Awesome. Remember which leg you cross the other time. So you're going to switch the other shin bone on top. And then last forward fold here. Getting into the hips again. Our lower back. Make sure the lower back stays lengthened. All right, friends, you're more than welcome to stay here as long as you need. Maybe take your Shavasana pose, final resting pose, or come have a seat. Go ahead and close your eyes and just let go of the practice. And just take this moment to rest and relax here. So, friends, I recommend you always warming up before you play golf. This is a perfect 15-minute class, not too long, right? But you should already feel pretty open, loose, ready to play golf out there. It's also really important to stretch it out after golf. So anytime's a good time to do a little bit of yoga. If you guys have any questions, let me know, comment below. If you like this video, please subscribe and like. I'll see you guys next time.